Hey guys, so we got FOMC today. Pretty impressive day overall. We actually ended up getting a pretty good drop here, as you can see. The biggest thing to note really is that until about 2:50 p.m., we actually had a pretty bullish move. And actually this FOMC looked like we could see a big breakout. However, then we started getting some harder questions on Jay Powell, and that's just where we kind of lost it from there. So basically the biggest things to note is we got a 25 basis point hike. And then from there, the second biggest thing I think is worth noting is the fact that Jay Powell said there will not be cuts, that there is no base case for him for rate cuts right now. To me, that's extremely hawkish because the market had priced in 100 basis points of hikes by the end of the year. Now, the markets could once again not believe Jay Powell and continue to run and continue to expect rate cuts. However, I think the market is listening, and I think we're going to see some downside because of that. So now taking a look at the daily here. So we have this resistance line right here, this red one, and we actually did break through it. But basically all we did is just establish a new lower high resistance line. So what I'm seeing here is that we're breaking down. We had a massive wick up here. We did for sure turn 399 into key resistance, which is the 200 EMA, and we came all the way back down, broke through this key blue support line of this recovery bull channel, and now we are back below the daily 8 EMA. So this is an extremely bearish close. Now, not only that, but we actually also made a new supply today right here at 399. So now we have made a new lower supply, which is a resistance. And that to me indicates that we are putting in some pretty good resistances and we're making lower highs on resistances. So our resistances are becoming lower and lower as we're going down, which tells me we're stair-stepping our way down here. This isn't just a massive sell-off. This is a sustained, orderly sell-off that we're going to continue to push down. Right now, our target should be about 386, and we could even see the 370s if this continues down and if the bearish momentum continues. However, we do have to be careful here at 390.1. This, as you can see, is our major pivot point for the year, and that could absolutely result in a bounce. Now, taking a look at futures here, same thing, and this is even more important in my opinion, is the fact that we actually established a supply today right here at 40.40. Now, why is that significant? Well, it's significant because after bouncing, we actually are putting in basically a double supply, which is a double resistance. So we have about a 15-point difference in these two resistances, which means going forward, this 40.40 to 40.55 level on futures is going to be a major resistance. That is going to be a major level to watch. And it's definitely going to be one that if and when we come back up there, we are going to need a lot of momentum, and we're going to maybe even need some sort of macro event to push us through that level. So with a new lower supply here at 44 to 40 being put in, we actually came down and we did take out 39.95 supply. So now, basically what we're going to be looking for is our next support. Next support for me looks like we got 39.45, but remember, 39.45 was not a strong demand when we made it, but it was a notable demand to at least mention. So we are going to keep our eye on 39.45, and then from there, our big target really is 38.80 or 38.90. If we were to lose 38.90, then we have to start thinking about 38.30 down here. Now, for me, I am bearish, and I have been, and I expect us to come back down into these 3800s. And realistically, I would not be going long on calls until we make a new demand, which is a support. And I would target that support to be somewhere in this 38.30 to 38.90 area. Now, interesting enough, the VIX, after this huge two-day sell-off here, almost 17% of drop, we actually had a pretty big reversal candle. So this is significant to me because while I do not trade strictly off of the VIX, if I see a daily pattern on the VIX that opposes SPY's daily pattern, that's a very, very strong indication that it's going to go our way. So here with this reversal candle, this massive doji, morning doji star right here, this should push the VIX back up, and we should be targeting realistically at least 23.6 tomorrow. And with SPY, you can see we have this massive double top reversal, bearish, or this one is not quite bearish, but futures, we did actually end up bearish engulfing. Candle here, these oppose each other, which is a very, very strong indication of upside on the VIX and downside on SPY. Now, take a look at the dollar here. I actually was wondering if we were going to see a bigger bounce tomorrow or today, I mean, from the dollar. However, we actually are unwinding on the dollar. So mostly I would relate that to what Jay Powell had to say. So we are coming in the lowest levels we've been through since February 3rd. Really our next major area to watch is 101.8 and then all the way down here at 100.8. Take a look at the 10-year here. So I was looking for a bounce here, which I was expecting to take SPY down with it. However, we actually ended up with a massive drop on the 10-year. Now, again, this is mostly related to what Jay Powell have to say. And this is also probably a flight to safety. Seeing the rate drop like this means more people are piling into it. Like I said, what Jay Powell had to say realistically was not very bullish. And I think it shows a lot of pain to come here in the future. So big day tomorrow for sure. I'm going to definitely be watching. I'm looking for at least 390 tomorrow. I do think we could see 386. And on futures, my target really is going to be 38.90 to 39.20. All right, I hope you guys had a good day trading today, and I will see you guys tomorrow.